These are a bunch of slabs that Sammy picked up as a lot. I am going to go through them and look at them to see which ones are going to be candidates to put in the vibratory tumbler to polish up. We're not going to turn any of them into like cabs or anything because we don't do a lot of that, but we do like to just polish them. But a lot of them have like these little ridges that are left over from when you cut them with a slab saw, and those won't grind down in the vibratory tumbler, so I'll actually go in and chip those sections off with a chisel. Let's see this one. Yeah, that'll be a good one. So I'll just chip that part off and then toss it in. See this one? Neat little agate in there, kind of see-through. So it might be petrified wood. Yeah, maybe. This one I'll have to chip off right there too, so I'm going to separate those out. I think we have this pretty jasper. It's beautiful. Nothing to chip off there. Put that one right there. Oh, that's pretty. That has really cool depth to it. This little section will break off. Sometimes when you break off little pieces, the slab will snap when you don't want it to, but it's a risk you gotta take. Oh, I almost dropped it. Like a green tree agate, moss agate type thing. There's this little part here I'll break off. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at that. Got a big section there that needs to come off, but this is pretty too. This looks like petrified wood right here. Nice and smooth. That one can go right in. Ooh, look at that banding. We'll break off that little chunk. Just go through the rest a little more quickly. Right here, break off. A lot of these we don't know what they are, so it'll kind of be a, I don't think this one's gonna actually tumble. I'm gonna keep it out because there's definitely something here that I think would undercut. So this one here. So I don't think we're gonna do that one. It's pretty. Little piece right there. Banding there. And these are all just wet, obviously not polished. I love the ones you can kind of see through. I can go right in. Ooh, turtle agate. Love this stuff. Some of this will undercut in the vibratory tumbler, but a lot of this will still come out looking really, really nice. Look at that, moss and banding. Got a little piece to break off. This one too, a little piece here. This one might undercut a bit as well in the tumbler, but we'll have to see how it looks. This is a piece of thunder egg right there. Break that off. Hopefully the rest stays intact. That is cool. Look at that. I'm not sure what this is. Honestly, I'm a little worried it's softer, not as hard as the other stones, and then it might take a beating. I have two pieces of this. I'm going to try one piece and then leave the other piece out for now. I have a whole nother pile of slabs that will need to be polished. This is an end cut. You can see here by this side. It's got a little ridge here I'll cut off, but this has got some really pretty color. Same with this. Look at that. I gotta snap that out. So these have fractures in here, so they would not make good cabochons anyway. And when I do put it in the tumbler, like this will undercut. This will wear down faster than the rest of the harder stone, and these fractures will become more noticeable for the most part. That typically happens, but we're still gonna give it a shot. Another piece of green tree or moss agate. It's got this little ridge I want to try to break off. These two slabs, these are both relatively smooth, so they can go right in. The colors in that. That'll go right in. This one too, looks like, maybe not. A little ridge right there. Look at that though. This will break off right there. This is a big one. This might be a little tricky for this 10-pound barrel, but we'll see. And lastly, this little guy. Ooh, he's interesting. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Oh, bummer. Womp womp. That's ceramic medium. You really need that if you're doing slabs, otherwise they all just kind of stick together the whole time, which a lot of these will anyway, but You want to try to at least give some space and cushioning. And I'm going to throw in all these little pieces that broke off because I can. I'm really going to fill it up because it will kind of fill in all the spaces. So, even though it seems really full right now, it won't by the time it's done. I'm going to start her up. Real guns up. Add some water. Get things moving again. There it goes. There you go, better. All right, so it's time to look at our slabs that are done and out of the polisher. Got this guy, little end cut piece. This one broke. See, here's another one of the pieces. There's another piece somewhere. I think I put it there. That went there, so there's a piece missing from here. I'll probably put this in the bargain bin. Cool little agate bands in there. These look very similar. You can see there's a little bit of undercutting even like within the agate itself, and definitely in the host rock here, but I still think these turned out pretty nice. Pretty. I like this piece. See some agate banding in there. That's so cool. It's like almost see-through. Pretty. Ooh, I like that one. Look at that. That's cool. That one's neat. Looks like a piece of petrified wood here. Cool little one. This one, I'm not sure what this is. Kind of looks like petrified wood, but could be some sort of agate as well. I'm not really sure. So pretty neat. Moss agate, pretty nice one. Try not to get the reflection of the light on there, but it's hard. This one's cool. The agate bands all in there. It's kind of a plain brownish. It's not as exciting. Same with this one. Not particularly exciting. A little fracture in there. Sorry. That's alright. Ooh, this is a piece of petrified wood. I love this stuff. We have a huge log of this, and it's from Colorado. I love this stuff. This has really cool pink bands. Look at that. Most of these slabs came from a random box we got from another rockhound, so I don't know what all of them are. I mean, obviously I can tell if they're agates and stuff, but I can't say from where. A lot of undercutting on this one. This one didn't turn out the best. This one looks like some sort of moss agate. Oops. I missed the breaking off that lip in the slab saw. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Little fracture down there, but still really, really cool piece. Ooh, these are some of my favorites. All right, so we have turritella. Very cool. You can see the profile of some of those fossils. Bit of undercutting up here. That's really not uncommon with turritella. You usually have like sections where a lot of it gets undercut, and then other sections that take a polish like really, really well. And if I have the time, I'll usually cut this part off, so you just end up with a piece that takes a really good polish. But I didn't do that this time. It's too cold to get the slab saw out, and I didn't want to deal with it. That's cool. Some moss agate again. Nice. This is very cool. Thunder egg slab. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This one might just end up in my collection. Yeah, that's cool. I like that one. Another piece of moss agate. Oh yeah. That has some really cool depth to it. I like that one too. I got 2 of these, yep. So those turned out pretty well. Nice bands. I'm not entirely sure what this is. I don't know if it's petrified wood, something else. You can feel each of these little ridges. It's pretty neat. Whatever it is. It took a decent polish. It's okay. A little bit of undercutting. Like I said, you can feel all those ridges, but it looks pretty cool. Considering I didn't have to take the time to do it by hand. It's fun. The fractures, you know, you can still see more noticeable now, perhaps even a bit of undercutting as well, but generally still a pretty cool piece with some really interesting patterns. Crazy lace here. This is another piece of that end cut slab. We got here moss agate. It's pretty threads in there. This piece is really cool if it's backlit. Might have to try to put a flashlight behind this one. Put that to the side. This is really neat too, the pattern on this. Look at that. Nice. I love the color of this one. Jasper here. Look at that. Wow. That is very pretty. And then this one, there's another piece of this in here we already looked at. This is the bulk of the slab. It turned out okay. I feel like it didn't take the best polish. I don't know if it was maybe just a little too big to be putting in there. So I might try to drop this one back in to a bigger vibratory tumbler at some point. We'll see.